Hey guys, as you can probably tell from the title, I think Dreamworld is overrated. This team pretty much shows how good the Pokemon with their old abilities can be used. I have 6 of the most used Dreamworld abilities. Magic Belts, Espeon, I use Synchronized Espeon. Drought Ninetales, I use Flash Fire Ninetales. Drizzle Politoed, I use my Water Absorb Politoed, and Regenerator Tangrowth, get out of here. I use Leaf Guard Tangrowth. That's how cool I am. What else? Gliscor, I don't use Toxic Heal. No. I use my custom set with Hyper Cutter. And lastly, I don't use Sheer Force Nidoking. I use Rivalry Nidoking with Life Orb. That's how I roll. Nothing really happened so far in the battle. I switched into my Tangrowth from my Scarfed Espeon, and my Tangrowth just blocks Sleep Powder, Swords Dance, and then I just Power Whip. It resists my Power Whip, but at +6, this Bronzong doesn't stand a chance. Next in is Nidoking. I'm predicting the Flamethrower here, but actually it goes for Ice Beam. I was hoping he went for Flamethrower so I can activate my Flash Fire, and he just goes for the Ice Beam. It does not that much, but still he switches, predicting my Overheat. I have a White Herb, so I can use Overheat more than once, and I go for Energy Ball. It does not kill. Slowbro is a beast, and I assume this is Regenerator Slowbro from Dreamworld. Whatever. But it doesn't really matter because I switch into my Tangrowth, and I'm looking pretty good until he sends in his Magic Bounce Espeon, another Dreamworld ability. Come on. I see this is a screener. He probably has Light Clay, and I wait for his one attack. Well, I assume he has one attack because he has Light Screens. And I see the Psychic. I switch into my Scarf Espeon. I can take this thing out with Shadow Ball, but he switches into his Dragonite. Light Screen is up. He has Multi-Scale, so that's gonna do nothing. I switch out into my other defensive wall besides my Tangrowth, and I know I can pretty much wall this thing. I go for the Rock Polish here, because that's what I do. I'm max defense, max attack, Rock Polish. It's a beast. I go for X Scissor. It almost kills, and Psychic helps me actually because it activates my Citrus Berry, which will strengthen my Acrobatics. And Light Screen wears off this turn, which is good for me, so I can send in my Espeon later. But he sends his Nidoking, thinks he can do something to me, but I just go for the Earthquake. He was probably Scarf, that's why I thought he could outspeed, but +2 speed, my Gliscor is pretty beast. I go for the Acrobatics. It does a lot. And he goes for the Outrage, and it's gonna kill me because I was a little over half. And he gets his Leftovers Recovery. I'm not too worried. Send in my Espeon and stab Psychic. It's gonna kill. This thing is modest, and it pretty much wrecks through a bunch of leads. He knows I'm Scarf now because I was faster, so he goes into Slowbro because Slowbro can take Psychics all day. And right here, I should have went for the Substitute. I have Substitute, Protect, Toxic, and Dive. This is a stall. I sped it up a little bit more, just so you guys wouldn't have to sit for 20 minutes looking at this stall worm. But I go for the Toxic instead of Protect, so I get paralyzed. I'm gonna get Parahex one turn while I'm underwater and dive, but I guess it doesn't really matter. This thing is max special defense, max HP, I believe, and I'm pretty much just stalling out so he can get more poison damage. And I really like using dive. It is not used on anything really, because waterfall is much stronger for physical attackers with water moves, and I just need it for more leftover recovery and more toxic to rack up. And I see as a slack off, I'm not too worried about that because I know the toxic will eventually kill him. I just keep going for dive while I'm in my sub. It's doing like no damage, but it doesn't really matter. The paralyze actually helped me a little bit, because if he was going to try to attack me while I was underwater, it wouldn't have worked. And I know he's going to go for slack off, so I switch into my Nidoking. I know I can have a free switch in. He has one left after a slow bro, and I want my Nidoking to get in there safe when he sends his last, and it's a Terrakion. I'm a little bit afraid of this, but then I have the superpower with Life Orb. That is what I'm talking about. This Terrakion doesn't stand a chance. It's pretty much game. He needed to rock polish, so he knew he could outspeed my whole team and possibly sweep, but I had 3 or 4 left and I knew I could take it. But there's my team. I really like this team. It shows that their old abilities are not as bad as people say they are, and this was a good battle. This guy's a good battler. I do not have his YouTube name, I'm sorry. I found him on the TPXat. If you're watching this, message me. I'll mention you in the description. I'll put a link to you. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend Toxaweavile. He's been uploading some really great battles recently, and I think you should go check him out. I'll put a link in the description. And thanks guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Peace.